Hi and welcome to this LANDWorksCAD tutorial. My name is Cedra and today I'm going to show you how to use the style bar in LANDWorksCAD. The style bar can be used to change the appearance of the lines, arcs or any kind of objects in our drawings. These objects can be inserted on different layers by using the layers option in style bar. We can also change the properties of the existing objects in our drawing by using these tools. I'm going to show you different ways in which you can use these tools. We can also personalize these options to suit us better. So to start with, the first thing that we are going to do is to locate the style bar. The style bar can be found at the bottom of the LANDWorksCAD window. We can also change the position of the style bar. So if I want to move it up, I can just click on the left side, click and drag it. So if I drop, the style bar will be positioned over here. If I want to pick it again, I can just click, pick it up, and I can insert it at the top of the page. So this is how you can move your style bar wherever it is convenient for you. Now, the first option in the style bar is called the entity mask. So if I click here, I will be able to see all the entities on the left side and I will be able to see the visible or the selectable tab on the right side. Now, there is a very interesting thing that you guys need to know. All these options are going to open the same dialog box, but only the tab is going to be different. For example, the first option is going to open the Entity tab. Now, we can make any entity visible or invisible by using this tab. For example, let's say if I don't want to see the circles in my file, I'm going to click here and now I'm going to click OK. As you can see that all the circles in my file are missing or I won't be able to see them. They are there but I won't be able to see them. They are invisible to me. So if I want to see them again, I can just go to this option and I can make them visible again. Let's say I want to make them unselectable. I can just click here and click OK. And now if I zoom in and try to select the circle, can you see that? I am unable to select the circle. So I can change that by going to the entity mask and checking this option here. I can make all the entities visible or selectable by just clicking on the top here, which is very convenient. So this was the first option. Now I'm going to click OK and I'm going to click on the second option, that is the color option. The box here that is right next to the color option shows us the color that is active right now. So if I click on this option here, I will be able to see all the colors. As you can see that this is the same dialog box, only the tab this time is different. This was the first tab and this is the second option. You can see that all these options will have this visible and selectable tabs here. So you can make any layer or any kind of weight or color visible or invisible by using these options. In the color tab here, I will be able to see all the colors. Let's say if I want to change a specific color, let's say I want to change color number 11 from here, I can just select the color and go to the change option. And let's say I want to make it pink, so I can select the pink color from here. I can change the lightness or make it darker. I can change the saturation from here. And once I see that my desired color is there, I can just click on apply and click on OK to change the color. See, so the color has been changed. Let's imagine that I have changed many colors from here and I would want to see these colors every time I open LANDWorksCAD. So what I can do is I can save my color palette. So if I click on the save palette here, I will be able to save the color palette with any name that I want. For example, I can write Cedra-palette 3, right? And click on save. Now let's say I want to load that palette again. I can just click on this load palette and I can just search for my file here, right? Click and open. So that is going to open the palette. So every time I open LANDWorksCAD, I will be able to see the colors that I use very often or the colors that I use in my drawing. So this is how we can change the color from here. So right now the selected color is color number 11. So if I click OK, this dialog box is going to show color number 11 here. Now the next option is the layers option. If I click here, I will be able to see that there are different layers in my drawing. Now these layers can be imagined as different floors of a building. So let's say if I hide the house layer, nobody will be able to see anything that has been drawn on this layer. It will still exist, but I won't be able to see it. So let's say that if I want to make a few layers invisible, I'll have to physically go and switch them off. We can just click here and make all the layers visible. We can make the layers selectable or unselectable by just checking or unchecking these options here. Now there is a very important point that I wanted to bring into your notice. That is the current selected layer. For example, right now the current selected layer is the boundary layer. So it cannot be switched off or unselected. So let's say if I want to switch the boundary layer off, I need to select any other layer and then switch off the boundary layer. Now let's imagine that I want to work with a few layers, some specific layers, let's say 3, 5, 7, 9 and 11. And I don't want to see all the other layers here. So what I'm going to do is I can click on Edit Palette and I can create a new palette here with a different name. Let's say New Layer. Before clicking on Apply, I will select the layers that I want in this palette. So I'm going to select layer number 3, 5, 7, 9 and 11. If I click on Apply and I click OK, I will only be able to see these layers. So you will only be able to see these layers. The other layers still exist, but you won't be able to see them because your palette is going to have only these layers. This is exactly like when you're painting and you want some specific colors to be in your palette. So that is exactly the same idea. So you can play with these layers only instead of using all the layers. Now I'm going to click OK here. This box here shows the current layer that we are working on. Now the next option is the style option. We can change the style of an entity by using any style from here, or we can define a style by clicking here too. Now I'm going to click OK, and right now this current style that we are going to use is style number 6. Now the next option here is the line weight. If I click on the line weight option, I will be able to see different line weights. I can just select any line weight that I want from here. And this checkbox here shows the weights. If I uncheck it and click OK, I will be able to see that the line weights are not visible in my drawing. I can check that box again by just clicking here, and once I click, I will be able to see the line weights in my drawing. Now this is the current line weight that we are working with, which is 0.50. Now the next option here is the style set option. Now there are some predefined style sets that we can work with in LANDWorksCAD file. For example, here, if I select the furniture style set, I will be able to see that the color, layer, style and the line weight has changed. If I want to make a line here, I will see that this line is blue in color. Now let's say if I select any other option from here, let's say timber, I will be able to see that this line here is of different color, right? If I select any other style set and make a line here, this line will be different from these two lines. Now let's say that you always use a specific kind of style set when you draw in LANDWorksCAD. So for that, you can just click on this option and you can make your own style set that you can use every time you want to. So for that, you can write a name here. For example, let's say I write my name here and I say that it's the boundary style specifically for me. So I can select a color from here. I can select this color and I can change the layer to any layer that I want. So from here, I will just select this option to see all the layers, and from here I can just click on this layer, click OK, and I can select the style, let's say this one, click OK, and I can select the weight, any kind of weight, right? So if I click on add, this style set will be added in the already existing style sets in my LANDWorksCAD file. So if I click OK now, I will be able to see the style set, right? And let's say I want to make a line here. This line will be created in the same style set. So this is how you can use the style set, and it would be visible here in this box as well. Now the last option is the clone option. Now this clone option is like a shortcut. I'll show you how it works. Let's say that I want to make an orange circle, so I'm going to click on this clone command. I'm going to click on the orange part here, click, and can you see that? My style set has been completely changed. Now my style set is exactly similar to the line on which I clicked. So the clone command is used to clone the properties of an object. By properties we mean the style, color, thickness and layer. Now let's say if I want to make a circle, it will be orange, right? Now one very important thing that I didn't discuss before was in all these options you will be able to see the clone command, right? So right now the color is orange, but if I click on clone and I select the color pink from here, you will see that everything else is the same, but the color has changed, right? So only the color has been cloned. Now if I select this line weight option, the line weight is 0.35 right now, but if I click on clone and I select this line weight, click, see, the line weight has changed, but all the options remain the same. This means that the clone command copies or clones all the properties of an object. And it depends where you use the clone command, because if you use it in the color option, it will only clone the color of the object. If you use it in the line style, it will only clone the line style. And if you use the clone command in the style set, it is going to copy the style set of the object. So this is how the clone command works, which is very handy and it is very easy to use. I hope you liked my video. If you did, please hit the like button. I will be waiting for your comments. Thank you for watching my video. Have a great day.